Chapter 6, Lost Ones. Saxon had just finished writing a song and was drafting an instrumental score to the lyrics when he looked up and spotted Charlize standing at the door. She was holding her bag and car keys. Well, I'm going to be going. You have a good weekend. He stopped his project a moment and said,
What's on your agenda for the weekend?
Just taking Lena to the park, that's it. His eyes swept the length of her.
Oh,
She knew he never just asked a question for no reason. So, why did you ask me that? He was about to ask her to help him over the weekend, but decided against it. 4 children were a handful, and he needed help. Nina could have helped, but she told him she had something to do. He knew Nina wasn't being completely truthful with him. He knew what her angle was when he asked her and she turned him down.
never mind.
Instead of letting the issue go, she said, Saxton, why do you always do that?
Do what?
That what you just did. Acting like you don't need anyone. He stood, grabbed the papers containing the music score and lyrics and stacked them.
I don't know what you're talking about, Charlize.
He refused to look at her. You do know what I'm talking about. I've been with you for years now. If you want me to come over and help with the children, why don't you just ask?
That's not what I was going to say anyway.
Oh, please.
I'm not having this discussion with you. A weekend with those kids isn't going to kill me. They'll be gone by Monday. I'll manage.
Charlize shook her head and grunted. Okay, fine, she said before walking away. The children had dinner ready when he arrived. Devonna had cooked baked chicken and steamed mixed veggies. She'd already fed the children and cleaned the kitchen by the time he arrived around 8 p.m. He made a couple of stops on the way home. I figured the baked chicken and vegetables would be okay since you're not eating carbs today, she told him once he arrived. He looked around. The house was quiet for there to be so many children present.
Where are the others?
Keita and Shalea are in bed.
What about Jack?
He's in his room. He sat down to eat.
This is delicious. Where'd you learn how to cook like this?
Devonna was standing by the sink. She turned around and said, My mom.
She taught you well. Too bad you're leaving. I could use you as a cook.
I don't mind. You know, we can help out around here.
How about by doing what? Nobody's ever here. Why would I need any help?
Devonna looked away, forcing down her tears. Well, this is a very big house.
That nobody's ever in.
Where's your mother?
She lives in Linden Falls.
That's a real fancy place, I heard.
I would not want my mother to have anything less.
I wish I could do something like that for my mother.
Why did you ask me where my mother was?
Just curious. He continued eating, pulled out his cell phone and began looking for a music site. He was thinking of purchasing a new piano. I figured we could get to know more about each other, you know. He continued looking at his phone while nodding. Because we always wanted to know.
Listen, kid, I don't mean to be rude, but I like to come home and wind down after work, okay? I drafted 3 compositions a day. Now, that might not seem like a real work to you, but it is.
Okay. I'm sorry. She placed a sponge on the sink near the hand soap and headed upstairs. He watched her leave. He placed his hand on his forehead. What was he going to do? Devonna found herself in her brother's room after leaving Saxton downstairs. That dude is mean, and he's got so much to be thankful for, Jack said. I know. I just find it hard to get to know him. He shuts you down before you can even say anything. She noticed a look of worry on her brother's face. What? What did I say?
You think he'll change his mind, Dev?
I don't know. You want to stay here?
I would love to stay here.
Me too. She looked towards the window before adding, Jack, we gotta think of something. We gotta do something to win him over.
Maybe Nina and Charlize will help us.